All right, stuff I like.
This is Andrew Klavan's Stuff I Like.
That was beautiful. I'm so moved. That was from Tim Reavers. We've changed the show a little bit, and instead of doing everything on a certain day, we're just doing it when I have something to say. Over the weekend, I like action movies, and I like kind of, soldier movies and stuff like that. And there was a movie that came out that I didn't see, and I didn't see it several times. I didn't see it when it was in the theater. When it came out on Netflix, I got it in the mail. I still get discs in the mail sometimes because they come faster. I didn't watch it then. I didn't watch it on pay-per-view. The movie was 12 Strong. And the reason I didn't watch it is because of the title. 12 Strong made me feel it was going to be some kind of drum-beating, right-wing, rah-rah, pro-military thing, which, look, it's just too simplistic. I want to see I like action movies. I want to see a movie with a little bit of substance, but I want to see the action. This picture, which I watched over the weekend, is a bang-up action film from that is based on a true story. It is based on a true story of the first guys to go over to Afghanistan after 9/11, and they wound up teaming up with an Afghan warlord against Al-Qaeda, the bad guys. The Taliban, and in teaming up with this warrior, they found that they had to fight on horseback. So these soldiers who are trained on some of the most sophisticated material ever were suddenly reduced to being horse soldiers. And as horse soldiers, they just created some of the most heroic battles that have ever been seen, where they were fighting on horseback against tanks and mortars and all kinds of the sophisticated weapon that the Taliban had. And it stars Chris Hemsworth and Michael Shannon, who is, because of his face, Michael Shannon is always playing these kind of weirdos, but here he plays like a real tough guy, and he does a great job. It is a really good movie, really entertaining, inspiring. Here is the scene where Chris Hemsworth, as the leader, the captain of the Americans, it's only 12 guys, is talking to the Afghan warlord about their different points of view and how can they work together.
If you want to kill your own man, that's fine, but I ain't letting you put my men in harm's way. You understand? Everywhere you go is harm's way. No. We're fighting with horsemen against tanks. You have an obligation to tell me everything you know.
You don't have a stomach for everything I know. You will not win here because you are not honest with yourself. You expect victory without blood.
I expect you to share strategic information with us. Otherwise, what the are we doing here?
Your anger comes from your fear. Because you live in a place where life looks better than afterlife. That's not this place. Here, Taliban kills everything you live for. Your mission will fail because you fear death. Mullah Rasan's men, the Taliban, they welcome it. Because they believe there is riches waiting for them in heaven.
And give me the damn information I need, and I'll reward every last one of them.
It's the warlord is played by Navid Negahban, an Iranian actor who does a terrific job. Michael Pena is in it. You've seen him a million times, but he is also very, very good and plays a really interesting character. This is based on a book called The Horse Soldiers, which I guess they couldn't call it because of the famous John Wayne movie, but 12 Strong. Just not a title that really was attractive to me, and I had a hard time watching this. And when I finally turned it on, I just thought it was absolutely terrific and inspiring and a great story. It made me want to read the book as well. Of course, the reviews, it gets something like 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the reviews are all just upset because it doesn't talk about the nuances of the Afghan situation. But you know what? It actually is a lot more interesting. I will say that they depict honestly the Taliban and how they treated women. And if I could press a button and wipe every single one of those guys off the face of the earth, I would do it in a heartbeat without any qualms of conscience.